Hello there, everybody, and welcome to the first episode of Season 4 of the Banner of Shadow. We will start a new fortress today, and it is my pleasure to introduce the Cavern Fortress to you in this series. So, our big goal will be to establish cavern dominance for the Banner of Shadows. They are a civilization that has almost gone extinct. I've brought them up from almost nobody to a couple of hundred people again. I'll look at this once the world map is available. So I have already scouted out a spot that we're going to play. So currently, the Banner of Shadow is sitting on a 700 population with 4 fortresses. We have Sandwalls. That's the one that has fetched some metals and everything the fort needed. Then we have Rockhold, which is the diplomatic fortress to the humans. And Tamewild, which brings us all the animals from the good biome up there and is our hidden sanctuary. For this fortress, who's going to be aptly named DEEPGUARD, we're going to have only one thing that I insist on, and that is iron. So I was looking for a position where we could play that. This half of the world is for me, personally, in terms of storytelling, just nonsense. We would be not really doing anything here because it's really too far away from our premises. I could probably go here, but I want to have a volcano fortress over here that does some sick warfare with the elves in another series, so that's another day's business. No, we are going to go into the swamps. These swamps here are sitting on that huge iron deposit there, and yeah, that's where we're going to conquer the caverns from. I've checked out myself this little patch here, as it has several patches of iron. The freshwater marsh is a biome that I personally have so far never played. So, well, let's see. We're going to use that. And a quick overview, I'm going with a couple of miners, but we're also going to go with a fighter. Eton is trained in the ways of war, Axe Dwarf, and I also bring complete suit of armor for Eton, just to be prepared right from the get-go. It is a dangerous swamp biome anyways. Apart from that, it's pretty much the usual standards. Oh, I have a few skill points left here. I'll do that in between. There's really not much to talk about. It's pretty much the same package we were starting with before also. We have the standard talents among us, we have a trader, and we have an appraiser. We have pretty much those things that we require. Let's finish up the naming and everything behind the camera, and I'll be meeting you on the map. And here we are. Welcome, my friends. This is going to be DEEPGUARD. So, let's see. When we look at it, it is just a jolly old swamp. We have tons of wood, it's a pretty good one, and apart from that, it seems as if water shouldn't be not much of a big deal at the beginning of this. Alrighty, so, well, let's see, are there any animals worth writing home about? Ravens. Oh well, nothing too unusual. So let's get started chopping down some trees, and let's see what we can do here. Obviously, we need to dig down right from the get-go. I like that. So, with those trees out of the way, we have something to build with, so let's pause the game yet again. Peachwood, walnut, and peckenwood. Alright, tasty stuff in the swamp, eh? Now, let's dig down where we stand and see where that'll lead us. We got a loam layer here. And, well, let's just dig it out a little bit in this direction before we go downstairs. It always pays off to have a little bit of a corridor for your self-defense needs. Alrighty, so then we're going to go for... not stairs, you fools. Ah, well, we can't go downstairs like that, I think. Let's see where that will bring us and how quickly the aquifer will be upon us. very quickly. Alright, so let's dig down and see what we'll see. Silt loam walls. Alright, that means we can't smooth anything. We need to build right from the get-go. Yeah, let's fix that. I mean, it is... any moment is as good as this to get started with that. So we're going to build with big fat wooden logs here. Not necessarily the best material, but whatever. I really don't care. As long as it keeps our feet dry. There we go. Aquifer, be gone. That's one of the reasons why I went directly for chopping some trees. Very useful. Okay. It seems as if this layer is already... is already done with that. Okay, that's one shallow aquifer. Okay. So that means we got this area here pretty much available as whatever space. We probably will pasture some animals here in the long run, so I'll be digging out that chamber as the very first thing. Very simply because I want to have some storage space for the stuff on our wagon. The crows and the ravens and whatnot will spawn here. We'll have some interest in grabbing our stuff, so let's go and assign a stockpile for that right from the get-go, so the other 4 people can finally do something with their time. There we go. So, since we have clobbered open the caverns in another layer already, or on the same continent on in a fortress, here you see, the cave moss is already spreading. That's good. That's really good news, because that means we can easily just stick our animals down there on a pasture as needed. Wonderful. So we might as well just dig there. Nice. Alright, I like that. So... well, let's probably make it like that. Good training for the young miners. Oh, and let's see what kind of a name they came up with. Because for the very first time since a long time, I left them freedom of choice for themselves. The Bandit Urn. Well, it's at least not so stupid as many. I'm proud of you, boys. Oh, look! Sand. Nice. That is good news. I like that. So, glass industry confirmed. It's really good when you just get to start out and you already can see that glass is available for your fortress. Glass is a really cool material. Hey, we got an elephant. Elephants, rhinos. The banner of shadow means business. Let's see. So, yeah, the unicorn knowledge is not automatically the same. They have not the same knowledge as Tame Wild, but they have some knowledge. That is interesting to me. So, while we're setting up the foundations for this fortress, a couple of rules. This fortress is going to strive for total domination in the caverns. That means we need to have a proper access to all 3 layers of the caverns. We need also to win this map, have really, really good access. That means when we have to have solutions for any issue, Forgotten beasts, beastmen, invaders, you name it. So that means this series will see Forgotten beast traps, alongside with some other cool things that we got to use one way or another, right? Okay. So for this fort, I want to cook up a little bit of a new design, sort of. So I figured that I wanted to make a lot of the handiwork or crafting work happen here. We also have a really nice opportunity to get ourselves some farming going on here. So basically I want to do as much crafting as possible on 2 levels in total. That is the basic idea of mine today. Give it a real nice industry city touch. So we're going to start with the area where I'm going to go for the stoneworks. So This series is going to be a very, very cool one. I can already foresee that, because we're going to have a lot of cavern interaction that I was so much looking forward to. We got, if I'm not mistaken, we got everything we need for the production of high quality weapon grade materials, so we're gonna have some jolly good fun here. Okay, the idea, basically, we do the crafting upstairs and the storing downstairs. That's what it's all gonna be about. So the crafters will have the ability to just grab their stone one level below, and therefore hopefully get a nice oh, that doesn't look good. Hopefully get a nice logistics flow together. And yeah, I know it is not that necessary as I make it look like, but it really makes me happy to have symmetry in these things. All right, so our mining dwarves, they are new to this somewhat. They're only adept at what they're doing, and it really shows. I've also fielded a armor and a weaponsmith, so DEEPGUARD is well prepared. It was for me very important to give these dwarves the look and the pre-occupation of some grizzled fighter veterans, because I really feel like that's what it's gonna be all about for a while. So let's see. I want to go here now for a little bit of an interim situation. It is very clearly foreseeable that we don't really have the time to set up shop here properly yet. So I'm going to go for the basic workshops, namely craftsdwarf, stoneworker, and carpenter, together with mechanic. I think these are the most pressing matters altogether, and we're going to set up a still and a kitchen. Dee-doo. So we got these basics down here as well. Probably we should bring up a fishery here as well, because we do have water holes that give me the feeling that we might end up with some fish. Alright, very important to start. We're not allowing the plump helmet to be a cooking ingredient, because that would destroy the seed of the plump helmet, and in the beginning of the game that is absolutely intolerable. Absolutely. Good, so that means we have the utmost basics together. So let's make some rock blocks, not an altar though, and maybe I'll be putting up a second stoneworker, because experience has shown that you really need these items quite often the most. Okay, a couple of blocks so we can build a little bit more efficient. No longer holding all the entire boulder, you know. And let's see, so at the carpenter's workshop, well, I'm not gonna go for wooden stuff here for now. Okay. So, a couple of claystone blocks. We need a door. And somebody building the other workshop, obviously, but somehow not happening. A rock grate. Rock mechanisms. There we go. And as it stands, we obviously need to make the rock throne here as well. Whatever. Okay, so I want to do a irrigation chamber here real quick. So 7 on 7, center one. All right. Oh wait, a grate is the wrong one. I need a hatch cover. Silly old me. Well, if we already have a grate, we might as well install it already. Floor grate is really useful. You can put it on a piece of sand, Wait a sec. I thought I had those. You can put them on a piece of sand, and then they will lock the sand from being overgrown by fungus. So you can make things available like that. Yeah, it was just unavailable for a second because they were transporting it. That's why. Okay, so that part is coming together. And we're going to go here for a temporary office of the manager. Yeah, that's all the office space our manager gets. So, let's go. Nobles and administrators. We're going to assign our manager. Melville the Woodcutter. There we go. So now he has that, and now we can order things. The very first things that we're going to order are very simple. Rock pod and make drink. We need to make drinks ASAP. These are the most important things. And we're also going to make meals. We're going to go for easy meals to begin with. This is, for me, always the first thing that I do. So we're going to stop at 200 drinks to begin with. For a small-time fortress like this one, that's all we require. We really don't need more than that. And when it comes down to the meals, I go even lower than that. I'm okay with 100 of them. We really don't need more than that either. So let's go for another throne. I will build proper offices later, promise. But for starters, you just need what you need. Okay, I just realized that we don't have enough mechanisms. We need more than only one. Alright. It's very important to me that we get the food production going as quick as we can. So, let's start with that. Okay. And there we go. I hope the wet feet will happen. Ah, there's the water already happening. Wonderful. Hatch cover installed. If you've been watching my series more regularly, you already know this type of farm more than good. There we go. So we're preparing some meals. We're preparing some drinks. At Crafts Dwarf's place, we make claystone pots. Everything is as it should be. So let's wait until the mechanisms are available there and link it over to the lever. And now we just need to wait until that thing is chock full with water, and then we're good to go. And yeah, you need 3 mechanisms in total for the entire thing to happen. Alright, so we got that. Let's get started with our first little stockpile operations here. So I'm going to be storing claystone here because obviously that is one stone that we will have ample supply of. We're also going to add in another one of these storage holes on the other end for timber, as I want to make the other workshops on the other side there. And then we'll have to see how things evolve. I do love to have a general concept of design. Okay, let's look one more time outside. How's life outside there? There's a dead raven over there. And obviously we haven't carried everything downstairs yet, but we're almost there. Brilliant. I don't know why the crow's dead, but I don't care either. So, another thing that we need to do here is we need to establish a general meeting area so people will stop hovering around the wagon. Because if you don't define a new area, that's just what they'll do forever. Okay, so let's go for these things. Planting is only being done by the planter. Plant gatherer. I don't have a plant gatherer. That sucks. So I forgot to get that on. So Ushrir is going to be my plant gatherer, and we're going to make our start off of foraging. It might be winter over here, but this doesn't stop the landscape from being full of food, but actually it just flips over to spring. Probably that's why. Alright, I'm so excited for this one. Yeah, we didn't dig deep yet, but I think setting up shop like that is also very, very nice. We have a very quick start, and I like it. So let's see how things will evolve. We also should have a second. That's the button. We should also have a broker, so appraising can happen, and a bookkeeper, so we get our numbers straight. Yeah, it's going to be one of these offices again, but yeah, it is just at the beginning of the game. You gotta take what you have. You should be happy that he has a chair after, or she. I don't know. Haven't checked the gender. So let's do some auto chopping. I really can't leave some gemstone behind. Just can't. Right, so this staircase will be city staircase, so to speak. Which means I don't want to connect this to any mining ops of sorts. So obviously we're failing at the acquisition of fish. What's that? Let's see what Ushrir, the broker, can pick up. And why is that anvil hauling job not done yet? Questions. So many questions and no answers whatsoever. So I do know why, because I'm a fool. Because I didn't unmark stones and wood here. They're busy hauling every single frickin' boulder of claystone into this zone. They're only happy when they're done with all of them. And that's why things are stagnating like that. Alright, at least the bookkeeper is now keeping close tabs on all the things that are worth knowing. And our water here is filling up quite nicely. That must be one of the fastest farms that I've made so far. Jeez, game, could you please stop confusing me? Keep clicking things and they don't work. That auto mining always gets the better of me. So, let's see. They should now get the job done eventually. And now we're going to dig a little bit deeper. Let's see what we can find there. When will be the first switch from one layer to another? These things are really interesting me right now. So far, we seem to have a lot of claystone to work with. As far as I'm concerned, this is the very first time that I'm playing in a swamp biome, so I'm very excited about that one as well. So there's some gemstone yet again. We don't say no to gemstone. Never, ever. That is just out of question. The amount of gemstone available for us here is a pretty good thing to see. Wow. Still claystone. Jeez. That is one hell of a deep layer. Wow. What's that? 7 or 8 layers of that stuff? Now comes the limestone. Nice. So we're going to dig into this direction a while and see what we can find. Limestone is often the layer where you can find your iron. 11 opal. Alright. There. I clicked it away too fast. But luckily... there. A little bit deeper there, huh? Okay. So, we got ourselves flux stone. That is an excellent news. So we only need to find the metal, the iron ore then, and we're pretty much good to go on that end. Okay, so let's keep foraging a little bit. Wow. That is an amazing amount of forage here. But I mean, swamps have that tendency to be lush environments where there's just lots of stuff growing. And obviously, what's good for the gander is also good for the goose. No, that's just a random thought by seeing these quacky animals. Yeah, I really hope that we're going to be able to cook a little bit of food out of the ingredients that we are acquiring here. Not only booze, that would be amazing. But I got a pretty good feeling about this. Especially since farming is really only a few days away, basically. Okay, wow, look at that. These are actually quite valuable. So let's go downstairs a couple of levels and see what we'll find. Alright, so we're going to order now a couple of things. Beds, doors. This is the utmost basic things that we're going to go for. So we need lots of beds at all times. We need... Oh, wait a sec. We're going to make these doors out of limestone, actually. Why? Because it really just looks nicer. Brown doors, brown environment, grows old very quickly. So, we've already stated that we want to keep this here as our storage. So I go down another level, leave that free in all honesty. And this level is where we're going to build the city. If ever more crafting needs to go, then, well, we know where we're going to put it. So one majestic promenade down the way. Is this too wide? Nah, it's just wide enough. So we're going to make a portion of the city happen here. Wow. On point. Sick. So this will be one sector of the city, just one. To make it a little bit like that. And then we let life happen a little bit. That means people get to dig their rooms however they want, because it's free dwarven land. Jokes aside, this makes the whole fortress look a lot more interesting in the long run. Just keep those weird shapes alive. Also helps against boredom. Alright, 2, 3, 5, 7 rooms. They are not going to dig more rooms than they need, obviously. So, chalk. Nice. Dolomite. Even nicer. Okay, we have a couple of cool layers that we're going to have to explore in the upcoming days. Yeah, here goes. Food is being replenished. Sewer brew biscuits. Ugh. I don't even want to know what sewer brew is. It really sounds rancid. Prickleberry wine, dwarven wine, dwarven wine. So no wonder they used that for cooking, hey? Just want to check if we have still a serving of that sewer stuff left. But obviously not, eh? Yum. Dwarven specialties. Okay, my friends, so settling into DEEPGUARD is so far a full-on success. We will, next episode, start setting up the farms. In all honesty, I think there is no good reason not to set up a second one like these. And yeah, I'm looking so much forward to all of this, because we have one hell of a good start. The biome is really interesting. We have a lot of layers to explore. We have a mission. We have the materials. So let's go. Leave me your comments down below. A thumbs up would be wildly appreciated, as it helps a lot for the in terms of visibility. And of course, consider subscribing. I'd be delighted to have you. There's also a couple of links in the description box below, leading to various Dwarf Fortress related things. Among these, the rest of the Banner of Shadows seasons, so all of the fortresses you see here have their own Let's Play series, and of course you can always find the other series I did there as well, Savage Lands Saga, where I only played in Savage Lands biomes. Well, that was good, jolly fun too. So thanks for being around. Feel free to support Icon Gaming financially if you'd be so kind. I'd be forever grateful, and whatever you do, thanks for watching these videos. I really appreciate having you guys around. So, have a good day, and see you all hopefully on the next adventure of DEEPGUARD. Bye-bye!